Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is the inimitable Larry McGrew, and we're going to talk a little bit of high school basketball today. Might smitter a little bit into baseball, might get a little bit into football.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about how the Florida Wolves played this year. Had an outstanding football season.
Glad to be here.
Good to see you, Larry. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, over in Salem on Channel 3, here in Florida on Channel 100 or Channel 25. Same story up there in Louisville, up in Hartville, up in Watson, down in Jeff, Sisney, and Browns and Albion and all over the place. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. What is going on in the area? Some community events to tell you about today. Not a ton of community events today, but there's a few things going on. The monthly meeting of the National Active and Retired Federal Employees down in Edwards County is today. NARF. The NARF will be held today at the Edwards County Senior Care Center, and that's on Main Street, beginning with a lunch at about 11:30 a.m. Program consists of sharing things having to do with Christmas. Instead of a gift exchange, donations will be taken for the Alzheimer's Fund. All active, retired, and potential National Active and Retired Federal Employees are welcome. If you'd like more information, give them a call at 847-2321. Also today, over in Kinmundy, at the Kinmundy Christian Church this evening from 6:30 to 8:30, they've got their Grief Share meeting. I think they do this once a month. Grief Share is a grief support group designed to help you rebuild your life after losing a loved one. Their group is led by caring folks who have experienced grief and want to help you through what they have been through, the difficult days that go on. They know it hurts, but they want to help. Again, if you want to know more about it, show up tonight at the Kinmundy Christian Church at 6:30. You go 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Over in Centralia tonight at the Kaskaskia College, they're going to have the holiday instrumental concert. I believe last week they had the singers going. Tonight it's the instrumental. The concert features the Kaskaskia College Concert Band and Jazz Band under the direction of Professor Cliff Jordan. That'll be a good time. You ready for Christmas, by the way, Larry? I didn't even ask.
Well,
Merry Christmas,
Merry
by
Christmas
the way.
to you and
Thank
yours.
you so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Be here before you know it.
Yeah,
Always is.
Did you buy me a gift?
I got it on hold.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's on hold.
Yours is in chip form.
Yeah, we'll have to get into that later.
Yeah, that's right. This is all day. Get yourself into the Christmas mood over there at the Kaskaskia College. Bingo night is tonight at the Effingham Event Center. That starts at about 7 o'clock. They'll run till 10 o'clock. You know what that is. That's the old KFC hall. And come out to the Effingham Event Center for early bird and lightning raffle before the bingo starts at 7 p.m. Other games during the bingo: late bird, lightning raffle, Powerball, and Columbia games. I have no idea what any of those are. I was a bingo caller.
Oh, good.
For 7 or 8 years, and I have no idea what any of those games are.
Well, if you call, you don't get to win, do you?
No. That's
not good.
If you're calling, you don't have a chance to win. They just take away all your chances to win. This is December 10th, and this is a National Dewey Decimal Day. National Dewey Decimal Day celebrates the system of classification and the man who invented it. On December 10th, 1851, Melville Dewey, the inventor of the Dewey Decimal System, was born. He invented it in 1871 or 72 when he was 21 years old. Invented the whole thing, and it's been in use since 1876. Kind of interesting in that the started using it in 1876.
Wow.
The Dewey Decimal System's probably on its last legs, isn't it?
I was going to say a lot of that Common Core stuff, new stuff, and all that. Yeah, hard to tell. Now, you didn't know him.
No, I didn't know him.
I was going to say.
Did you know him?
No, not really.
Well, he passed away in 1931.
Okay, yeah.
No, but I know he was a nice guy.
Well, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'd heard.
And smart, I'm sure.
Smart. Well, he came up at age 21 with a Dewey Decimal System, and always, you do get a little bit frustrated whenever you go to the library and all the fictions, like in 971.
Yeah,
It's all the same number.
Right.
I am the only person who probably knows that awful number. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. This is also December 10th is National Lager Day. This is a good kind of lager. Raise the glass to the third most popular beverage after water and tea. While lager is typically characterized as light summer beer, they believe that every season deserves to be celebrated with a few of your favorite things. Lagers are distinguished from other beers by using a cold conditioning process. The types of yeast used are referred to as bottom fermenting yeast, or yeast that can develop at colder temperatures before the advent of refrigeration. Brewers perfected this process in cellars dug into the ground and filled with ice. That's actually kind of how they did it in St. Louis. Have you ever been over in St. Louis and visited the old brewery caves?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
On the Mississippi River that's where several of the brewers were, and they had a series of caverns in the Mississippi River, and that's where they would put their beer.
Wow. Well, you hear about people getting lost in those caves. I don't like that.
Actually, that would make a very large opportunity. If you're going to get lost in a cave, that's exactly where one would want to get lost, I would think so. What's on television today? A few things going on TV tonight. Some big games, actually, in the Big Ten, as the Maryland Terrapins are playing at Penn State tonight. Of course, Maryland just nipped Illinois on Saturday.
Wow.
That's on ESPN2, a doubleheader, Channel 638. Maryland at Penn State, 6 p.m. And that'll be followed up by the Butler Bulldogs at the Baylor Bears at 8 o'clock. ESPN2, Channel 638. A couple of games on ESPN normal, and they're having another, I think it's the Gavitt Invitational at Madison Square Garden. Texas Tech Red Raiders versus the number one Louisville Cardinals at 6 o'clock, and that's going to be followed by the Indiana Hoosiers taking on UConn. The Hoosiers are undefeated this year.
Yeah, I saw they've been pretty good.
They're having off to a good start. They're going to be tough. Illinois has to play them, I think, twice. You could tell who we're rooting for. We're both wearing. I'm wearing blue.
Yeah, orange and blue in the
orange
coat.
And blue.
Yeah,
it's kind of
night coat.
Obvious.
Sad from the game the other day.
We're still a little bit both trying to get over. I know the bad deal, and they really want to know what the worst part of that. I watched the end of that game in a establishment at the hockey game. The Blues ended up losing 5-2.
Oh, no.
So, I didn't have a good night.
Double trouble.
That's exactly right. What else on television? What else do you want to see on TV? ESPN, like I said, Texas Tech playing Louisville. And then on ESPNU, St. Joseph Hawks are at the Temple Owls. And the Nevada Wolfpack are at Brigham Young taking on the Cougars. Speaking of the Blues, they're playing on national TV tonight. It's NBC Sports Network. St. Louis Blues at Buffalo. That's Channel 216 at 6:30 this evening. Also, the Blackhawks are in action. They'll be out in Las Vegas taking on the Golden Knights. That's at 9 o'clock tonight. NBC Sports Chicago, Channel 643. And finally, NBA basketball on tap on TNT, Channel 633. The Denver Nuggets will take on the Philadelphia 76ers. All that going on tonight. Larry McGrew is here. We're going to talk about all kinds of different sports things, and we will be right back here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right after these words. Do stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction. with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I like the name though, Tebow.
Yeah,
Like Tigney.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Tignee.
No kidding.
But
All
I
right.
like Tebow.
Welcome back, folks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I was just kind of getting the rundown on Flora High School basketball. Actually, that's before we get to talking about it. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Larry McGrew.
Thanks.
WNOI legendary sportscaster. Is it? Do you like being called legendary?
Well, I don't think that hurts anything.
A lot of folks, when they get called legendary, they think, I'm not old enough to be called a legend. Yeah, do you take? You don't take that as being? No. At least you made it that far.
No. Bill Thompson was kidding me one time when I was on his talk show, the sports show, and he said, "Hey, got the gym named after you. That's pretty good." And you're still alive. And I said, well, that's good too. That's good too.
Well, that's exactly right. But Larry does broadcast basketball. You'll broadcast baseball. You'll broadcast football.
Right.
Let's talk about the Flora Wolves football team.
Oh, it's great this year. Yeah.
Coach Brian Hackett of the Wolves, they ended up going 7-3?
6-4.
6-4.
Right.
Tell me a little bit what your impression was. Was this out of the blue, getting 6 wins in the regular season a little bit?
I think that unless you talk to the coaches and the players, might have overachieved a little bit. Got a lot of good young players. So, I think down the road, even next year should be even better. And not a whole lot of seniors this year. But, yeah, we played, started out with the Red Hill. Red Hill beat us 5 times in a row.
Yeah.
Due to change, we had a good group of players over at Red Hill, basketball, football.
Yeah, that's right.
Moore and Murray and those guys.
Drew Moore finally graduated.
Mercy. Told that kid, he'd been there like 6 years. He needs to go somewhere else.
It's about time.
Yeah. So anyway, started off on the right foot over there, went over there and beat them, and they beat us 5 times in a row. And then Marshall, yardstick, 0-19 against Marshall.
That was the thing. Last year, in 18, it seemed like the Wolves had a really good shot against Marshall.
Right.
Playing them tight, all the way through, and then the rain came.
Oh, yeah, it was like 0-0.
Yeah.
And then lightning and all that, so they got to come back the next day, and I think they were bulled up because they had to come back.
Yeah.
And then I determined after the game maybe our guys weren't used to playing in sunlight.
That might be true, too.
Because in the second half, we had like 5 turnovers. And the second half was just completely dominated by Marshall and got beat again.
But then this year was a different story.
Oh, yeah, and we went up there 85 miles and spotted them, I think, 14. I said, oh, boy, here we go again. But they had trouble with the kickoffs and punts, and they was fumbling and bumbling around, and we was getting on the ball and like that, and our guys fought back, and got the lead in the second half. Wolves outplayed them. So that was good because I always said it. Their first letter started with M, but it wasn't Mount Carmel.
No, that's right.
No, but it was Marshall. And so
I didn't realize there'd been 19 straight games.
Oh, 19. Never had beaten them.
Wow.
And they'd come down here before, and we'd played down here before. And I don't know, like 2016 or something, they come down here, and they were winless. And at that time, we had 1 win. And albeit if they didn't beat us, one of their best running backs got hurt. So they beat us and lost every game except Florida. Beat
Good
Florida.
grief.
Oh, that's terrible. And we'd had sometimes our record was better. Sometimes we let it half and just couldn't get through. And then Newton. So we go to Newton. That's always a yardstick. And that was kind of where you look down the road a little bit and say, you need to beat Newton if you want to go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we went to Newton. And according to my stats, I think they'd beat us 10 times in a row. And I talked to some of those guys in the booth, and I said, I don't know how far back we played and like that. And one guy said, I did a little research. Last time Florida beat Newton was 1955.
No kidding.
1955. He says 1932 and 1955. I said, well, we need to get a win in there sometimes before that. So going in.
That's all I've been twice in the last, the last 88 years.
I was going to say, you got to share the sugar.
Yeah.
So, he said 1932, 1955. I said, that's what, 33 years. We need a little more than that. So he said, according to his stats, they had beaten the Wolves 16 out of 20.
Okay.
16 out of 20. And so the Wolves, close game, and went down, and I think it ended up, I think it's 7-0.
Yeah.
Defensive game.
Yeah.
And their record, Newton, tremendous the last few years.
Hey, you shut them out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tough, and they had a turnover late. Down near the goal line, and we held on.
One of the most fun games that we did this year was that Robinson game.
Okay.
That Robinson at Flora game. And that was the game with the safeties. Each team had a safety.
Oh, unusual.
And Flora, Jace Helm, at the end of the first half, you think he's going to take a knee, didn't you? Did you think he was going to take a knee? That's right. What I thought he was going to do.
Right, yeah. Well, that was kind of different, and so we could talk to Coach Tackett after the game, about taking that, giving him that safety.
Yeah.
Was that planned on, or was that, well, Coach Tackett said that's kind of 90-10, kind of if this happened, do that, and if that happened, do that. But that was a strange game with those safeties and all that stuff. And Robinson's been pretty good. So that was a big win for Flora. So no, the football team, last time the football team had won.
How often do you see a score 8-6?
Well, that's what I was
going to say. Or 8-2, I mean.
Yeah, it's like baseball.
Like somebody hit a home run.
Yeah, that's right, grand slam in the 9th inning. But had to have that one.
Okay, you got that one, and then Ollie was tough. Played Ollie tougher than I think a lot of folks thought.
Ollie's pretty good. Coach Music, I always say, Coach Music plays the right notes every time he plays. Every time he plays the Wolves, and I think now after that game, I think they've beaten us now like 7 out of 8 times. We had a shootout with them over there the year we went to the playoffs and played El Dorado.
Back in 17.
Oh, we had a shootout. It was like 30-26, and they was marching, and we had to knock the ball down in the end zone to win the game. So that's the last time we'd beaten them for a while, but they're good, and so that was a pretty good. And they always seem like they have 2 or 3 quarterbacks and then running backs too.
You ended up playing, who'd you end up picking up in the postseason?
Oh, I played Tuscola.
Tuscola, up at Tuscola.
Oh, yeah. No.
Did you see, whenever you go in, do they have big signs, state champion 2015?
They sure did.
I wondered if they did.
Oh, they sure did. I went out there, and I went to the bathroom, and they had a coach years ago. I used to follow him, Decatur Paper, Winke, okay? And I followed him up there, and I knew as soon as we got him in the draw, that wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So I saw Coach Winke down there, assistant coach, so I said, you guys won state, what, twice? He goes, yeah. And he goes, second 4 times, and we should have been in the state championship game 8 times. And I said, well, let's not get greedy, but that's fine.
Should have been 8 times.
Yeah, should have been in the championship game 8 times. So they had a board over there as you went towards the concession stand. How about playoffs 29 times?
Wow.
Conference champs 28 times.
Oh, my
And this
gosh.
one, I cannot believe this one yet to the day. They said they had 21 undefeated seasons. Who does that? 21?
Wow.
That's not even Mount Carmel.
No, that's better than Mount Carmel.
Oh, so I knew when we got that draw, and then they had black helmets and black tops and black bottoms. They looked mean. And they were pretty good.
Were they pretty
They
good?
were pretty good.
They ended up, that wasn't a very tight game, was it? I was trying
No, because we had a couple penalties and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and they jumped on us, and they had good running backs. Quarterback, I didn't know if he's ever going to throw an incompletion. He started out, I think he was 5'11", 196 pounds, and started out 7 for 7. Whew, pretty good start.
That's not bad.
That's a pretty good start. Oh, and then they had a running back receiver, and the University of Illinois and Purdue was looking at him for basketball. A sophomore, 6'3". That's pretty good. Yeah, that's some talent there.
That'll work. That's a little bit of Division I talent.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But overall, 6-3 or 6-4, 6-3 regular season, 6-4 overall. They'll take that any time.
Oh, no, not bad. And we got right back with them. The 37 seconds to go right before half. It's 14-7. And I was thinking, now here, the last 37 seconds, let's not do something squirrely here. And they kicked off to us, and the guy who wants the scholarship from Illinois went to him, and he ran in about 10 seconds, 85-yard touchdown, and then we didn't feel so good.
I bet. Oh, see, yeah, those little punches,
Right before half.
those little punches to the gut right at the end of the quarter. That's what you did to Robinson.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what floor football did to Robinson
Right.
when he thought Helm was going to take when I thought Helm was going to take the knee, and he chucked it down there to Bush King or somebody.
And scored, like you said, it wasn't much scored in that game.
Yeah,
Wasn't
that was the only touchdown.
Right, wasn't much scoring. So then I always say right before half, one team goes in pretty good and the other team feeling sad. Well, they scored 85-yard touchdown right before half. Our guys were down a little bit, just never did recover.
No, it's all in all though an outstanding
Great football team.
Outstanding.
Yes.
Did you see our old buddy Rick Reinhardt? Was he up there at the game at Tuscola?
Not that I saw.
He coached them to one of those state championships.
Okay.
But I know that he's been moving around. I don't know. I think he's not retired yet. That's the thing. Reinhardt ought to be about 70 years old. He should be retired.
Okay. But I knew when I saw we got Tuscola, that's not Weasel Creek. No, that's not Weasel Creek.
No, it's not. You're watching Big Talk. I'll be back here with Larry McGrew right after this. Stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you or a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today it is Mr. Larry McGrew. Larry is currently sportscaster for WNOI and retired former 8th grade coach and
Track and basketball.
I was wondering, did you have or could you have given any advice to Rick Franklin when Rick Franklin retired last year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from you coached against Rick. How many times do you think you played against Rick Franklin?
Well, at least 30.
Yeah.
So I coached against him 30 years, and Rick, 50.
Yeah.
50 years. So they had a retirement for him, and Hof, one of the guys over at Olney, called and asked me if I'd go over and say something, a few words for him. I said, sure. And so, Rick and I, 30 years.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, anybody that coaches 50, I coached 33. I was kidding for Rick. I said, you'd be old as Hank Iba, who coached the Olympics,
That's right.
Yeah. And so, So Rick, we played in the House of Carpet, used to call it McKendree.
Sure.
Oh, he hated that carpet.
He
hated that carpet. Man, he come in, he hated that thing. And I told him, we had pretty good luck in there. Our record was 92-23, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I told Rick if they ever cut that carpet up or destroy it, I was going to cut a piece off, and he could take it to him. He could sit on it during a game.
That'd be nice. He probably would have liked that.
Imagine he'd done something with it after I gave it to him.
Yeah, I suspect so.
But no, Rick and I, we coached. He had good teams. We had good teams, and but that's just amazing. Today, you hear people, they get in coaching or something like that 4 or 5 years, burn out. Got to do something else. Got to look for something else.
He didn't.
50. And I don't know if it come true, but somebody was telling me this summer the JV coach at Olney, that was going to be vacant, and he might.
He's coaching at Olney.
Is he?
Yeah.
I wondered about.
Yeah, I went to see Olney. I went to see Olney play Fairfield last week, and he's JV coach.
Okay, because somebody said he might be.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Having retired already this is my question. What if Phil Lieb picks up the phone and says, Larry, I need a new JV coach?
Said I'll be upstairs doing the game.
You're staying up with me.
Yeah, somebody asked me about that. And I said, well, you still have a connection.
Sure.
You're looking at the guys and like that. And I said, the travel's a lot better. You travel in a nice warm car.
Yeah, not in a bus.
Yeah, no, I sit in the back of that bus. You can hang meat back there some nights. And, it's a little better. And, 145 days of practice, not so much. But I loved it till the very last minute.
Yeah. Do you still have the reason I bring up, one of the reasons I bring up Rick Franklin is because about that night, apparently they had their scorebooks from
they did.
His entire career.
They did. Out on the tables.
Yeah.
Cafeteria tables.
Yeah, a buddy of mine sent me a picture of the game that I played against Olney.
Oh, yeah.
Against Rick Franklin.
Yes.
And that was back in a long time ago. 1980.
Okay.
January of 1980.
Okay.
I would have played against, and actually looking at the scorebook, I'm not sure I got in the game.
Okay.
I suspect I got in because we were getting our tails just handed to us.
He had some good teams.
And I didn't score, but I suspect I probably.
So you have a connection, Rick Franklin.
That's the thing. I think he still had hair then.
Okay. Years ago, the junior high was on the main drag, where that Chili Willy ice cream shop is?
Yeah.
Right east of that, the junior high used to be in there.
Oh, really?
Well, they had a home court advantage. One of the first times we went over there, you go to report in at the half line, and you sit on this like a milk crate, and the guys up above is about 2 stories high. So you holler up and say, "Hey, I won in the game," and if they remembered it, you got in the next 10 minutes. If they forgot you, you might sit down in the whole quarter.
The scores bench way up.
I was going to say way up like a crow's nest.
Yeah.
And you're sitting down there on a milk crate wanting in, and that's kind of a
How
home.
long ago was that?
Oh, that was one of the few.
Because we were in the new school back in 80.
First few times that
Yeah.
I coached against him.
Is that right?
Yeah, one of the first few times we went over there. And I remember when the new school, we had a big teachers institute over there, and they showed everybody the new school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in the new school, because I remember just everything being real clean and orange.
Oh, yeah.
Just a lot of orange and white all over the place.
And now the difference, you go in there, and that was a brand new school back then, and the 3-point line in the corner, you only got about a foot.
Yeah.
Back then, that was a big gym.
Yeah.
And now.
Yeah, that's right. That's where they had tournaments. And
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. And now, that 3-point line, needs to be expanded, but what do you do?
Well, you can't make a bigger court because you got
No.
the bleachers coming out there.
And like Fairfield Junior High used to be pretty small.
Yeah.
Beautiful gym now.
Yeah, well, they built the one right next to it.
Oh, mercy.
That's a nice one, isn't it?
Oh, golly.
Yeah. We're just sitting here with Larry McGrew Kibitz, and I tell you what, let's do. Let's take a quick break, and then I'm going to ask you about one of my favorite Cardinals of all time.
Baseball.
Baseball
Oh, yeah.
Cardinals. Baseball Cardinals. I guess we could talk North Clay Cardinals if you want.
I told you Neoga or Lawrenceville.
Neoga. Yeah, there you go. Those are the Indians, man.
That's the Indians, yeah.
Yeah.
Altamont.
That's right. We'll be right back after this. Do stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Larry McGrew. We're just we're going to do a little previewing of some of Flora's teams, and we'll get to that eventually. We're kind of hashing about different things. Speaking of different things, the cool thing Sunday night was the announcement that Ted Simmons was entering the National Baseball Hall of Fame.
St. Louis
Cardinal, Milwaukee Brewer, played for probably 2 or 3 other teams. Played in the World Series with the Brewers. Played for the Cardinals for probably 10 years or so. It was actually from 68 to 1980.
Okay.
He got traded. He was part of the trades in the Raleigh Fingers trade and all that kind of business, the Whitey Herzog. Do you remember, were you a fan of Ted Simmons?
No, you talked a while ago. He's talking about that. I hope I don't break out with hives being a Cub fan, but yeah, we'll talk a little bit about the Cardinal fan.
Well, I thought, see, that's why I was trying to, I didn't remember if you remembered him or not.
So what I remember about him, he looked like a linebacker.
Yeah.
Big, strong, stout guy, and could hit. Catchers sometimes
Switch hitter.
Oh yeah, catchers most times you think block the plate, throw a guy out once in a while. Unless you're Molina, you throw almost everybody out. But anyway, I remember him being a big, stout, strong guy and a good hitter. So that's he was about time though. They said he's been in St. Louis Hall of Fame for quite a while.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Okay,
because the St. Louis Hall of Fame's not that old. I mean, they only started that probably 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay,
and he got in last year or year before last. Speaking of the Cubs, then, do you like what they're doing in the post or in the? They haven't really done much yet.
No, not really. No. Well,
they let Cole Hamels go.
I saw that the other night. Went to the Braves for like $18 million.
Yeah,
1 year. That's quite a bit. And down the stretch, he had some different problems where he wasn't as effective. And it came down to the manager, and a lot of people thought of Joe Girardi. He won some games for the Yankees.
Joe Girardi had a pretty nice career.
Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't start yesterday.
Who'd you end up signing?
Papa Rossi, the catcher who played on the championship team.
Oh, that's right, David Ross.
Yeah, Papa Rossi.
What do you think about David Ross being your coach?
I knew he knows all the players and like that, and I'm sure there's great chemistry, but being a teammate and a coach and a manager, and all that, sometimes there's a difference between being your best friend and
that's the thing. He's been in the TV booth now for a couple of years.
Right, yeah.
Since he retired right after the World Series, right?
Right, yeah.
He's been everybody's buddy.
Oh, yeah.
And usually you go from Joe Madden, who I don't know what your opinion was of Joe Madden. I thought Joe Madden was a great manager, and I couldn't believe you let him go.
Oh, I think he's good for baseball.
Yeah.
You'd have like a petting zoo in center field and snakes in the locker room. And you could go from one night they was playing in California, went to New York or someplace, he let them all wear pajamas.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little bit different.
Sure.
He had a lot of sayings. And I could tell going down the stretch, you got to losing too many games at home, losing series at home, and like that. So I guess.
Was that what the onus was to get rid of him, or was it just to save money?
I'm not for sure because last year is kind of a red flag. Last year he said he wanted to renew his contract, and they was like, not so fast.
Yeah,
not so fast.
Don't buy that house in Lake Forest.
no, I think that was a red flag.
Yeah,
and then like I said, down the stretch they lost some games and lost some home games and stuff, and I don't know. I guess it's management, but if you saw the day that was official, he and the general manager and the owner. Not the owner, but the guys running the show. Oh, best of buddies, bromance, and
Theo Epstein.
Just loved each other.
Yeah,
arms around each other, and your best friends. Christmas cards.
Yeah,
it's nothing like we fired you, but you're going to be looking for a job. But he was Madden was a different cat.
That was odd. The way that whole thing happened was really strange to me.
Yeah,
in that Epstein goes to St. Louis to meet with Madden.
Right. Yeah.
Why not just wait until the season's over?
Yeah.
I mean, for crying out, they go out to dinner at Charlie Guido's or something.
Oh, best of buddies.
Yeah, and they have a nice dinner. Says, by the way, like I say, by the way, you're not coming back.
No, so go ahead and manage this and don't worry about it. No, I thought that was a little different too.
I liked also Joe Madden's last game. He didn't manage, yeah.
Playing the subs and everybody.
Playing the subs.
Wow.
And, Contreras one of them wanted him to check the replay or something. No.
Got a bus. Got to catch a bus.
Yeah.
Got to catch a bus. Yeah, I couldn't figure that out. Like big series, St. Louis,
Yeah.
big rivalry, and if you bought a ticket, you know,
You want to
3
see
months ago,
everybody.
paid $100 for a ticket, and you see the subs playing. But somehow, some way, the Cubs won a couple of games in that series.
Oh, yeah. My question to you is, are they going to keep Chris Bryant? Because the word right now, you know, he's becoming, his contract is beginning to have issues.
Yeah.
And what are they going to do with Chris Bryant?
Well, I don't know. They're at the end of the year, you know, there was a couple of questions about that where they're going to trade him for somebody or something like that. And, you know, he hurt his shoulder and went through some injuries and stuff. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, he's never been the same hitter.
No.
You know, he used to drive that ball, you know, in the Lake Michigan and had, you know, 325 and
MVP year.
MVP and drove in, you know, run after run. And seemed like since he hurt that shoulder and one thing and another, not quite the same, you know. Oh, so one of the guys is the rumor early he was going to trade him for the third baseman on the Washington team. You know,
Rendon?
Yeah, that was late. That was flipping around. Of course, then the Rendon, I think.
Rendon's a free agent.
Yeah,
he hadn't signed anywhere.
Oh, he hadn't signed yet.
No,
I knew he was going to big contract come.
Well, you know, heck, that's the thing. The Nationals just won the World Series. So,
right.
I mean, so the Cubs could pick up Rendon for just, you know, pile of money this tall.
I call it a gabillion dollars. A gabillion.
It's going to cost them.
Yeah, well,
it's going to cost them $1 gabillion.
A gabillion.
That's exactly right. We're finally. I tell you what. Let's do. We're going to take our last break, and we'll finally talk about. We're going to talk about the Wolves and Wolfgals basketball here when we return. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest here is Larry McGrew, and we'll be back right after this. Do please stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Welcome back, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm just hashing things around here with Larry McGrew. And we're talking about, we've been talking about a wide variety of subjects. I forgot that you were a Cubs fan. I feel bad that, that I asked you about Ted Simmons.
Big rivalries. Yeah. Used to be in town. I used to kid people. Used to be in town. There was 10 Cub fans. And then we won that world championship. Seemed like the bandwagon got a little bigger and some more air in the tires.
Yeah. How big is the bandwagon now?
We've got sideboards on it.
I know, but are they still? It's been 4 years now since you won the World Series.
I think there's a few of them fell off.
I was wondering if they've fallen off and gone to the Nationals. Or
those diehard 108-year people, 108 years, they're still riding.
There you go. You go. All right. So we've got our first Flora game, actually Monday night, Flora Wolfgal's game on Monday night.
Yeah.
And tell me about the Wolfgals. They're young, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Not a whole lot of seniors and stuff, and they're kind of like the Wolves. The Wolves the last 2 years, 2 seniors last year basketball, 2 seniors this year. So the Wolfgals, I told Coach Lee the other day, Santa Claus brought us a win the other day at Carlisle.
Yeah.
And I was hoping we did the game. We did the game over there, and then we came back, did the Wolfgal game against Woodlawn. I was hoping Coach Josh Fox Santa Claus would bring him
that would have been nice.
A victory. And
didn't happen, did it?
No, the Wolfgals had a 1-point lead, and right at the buzzer, they scored and went up by 1, Woodlawn, and second half belonged to Woodlawn, and lost, I think, by 11. So the girls, they really, really need a win. They started out with a loss at Fairfield, then they went to Newton, I think, dropped 4 up there, and then we did the Mount Carmel game the other night, and no Tyra Bus, but they're pretty good, and they dropped that game, and then they got beat by Woodlawn, so they really, really need a win. So, you got to keep chopping wood.
Yeah.
And the Wolves, they started out in that tournament at Carlisle, lost the first 3, and then got a W the other day. So, yeah, it seemed like here the last couple of years, everybody's young. And it's like
you skipped over the boys before I got a chance to ask you much about the girls.
Oh, the girls play
got Lawrenceville last
Monday.
night.
Yeah. So Mount Carmel beat the girls pretty good. And then Lawrenceville beat Mount Carmel, I think, by 15. So, boy, Wolfgal's got to be ready.
Well, that's right. Tell me a little bit. You mentioned Tyra Bus.
Oh, mercy.
Tyra Bus averaged 30, 35 points a game at Mount Carmel.
Tremendous.
At what point do you say, here comes another Tyra Bus? Will we ever see? You saw Bridget Johnson play from Albany.
Yeah.
And you've seen Tyra Bus play.
Yeah.
Basically, kids who dominated in their careers. And will we? I guess we'll see somebody like that style again dominate, or will we not?
What really surprised me about Tyra Bus, I watched her since 6th grade, because you talk about Rick Franklin, I helped with track meets, and I had time first. Always got to talk to Tyra Bus because she beat everybody.
Yeah.
She never lost. She didn't know how to lose. And so you talk to people who knew her. She's great in track, couldn't beat her. Great in basketball. And I think instead of playing like girls softball, she played baseball. In high school, tremendous in tennis and in basketball. So, and then you talk about those people like that, or Jay Scheidler's of the boys' side, or Marty Simmons like that. I think last time I talked to you, we got to talking about, is there any stars anymore? And then Tyra, I thought being...
She was.
Oh, yes. I thought being the way she was built and everything, she's tiny.
Yeah.
In grade school, she's like a little bird out there running around. But I thought, Big Ten, I thought, can she handle that? Well, if you can dribble right and left, and you got foot speed, and you can shoot, you can play.
That's what kind of surprised me whenever she went to Indiana. She wasn't tremendously heavily recruited. Now, maybe everybody thought that Indiana was going to get her, but I know Illinois didn't recruit her. Yeah. At least that's what I'm told.
All-time leading scorer?
Yeah, all-time at IU, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, she scores over 2,000 points.
And I think assist record holder.
Which is basically, this is a once-in-a-lifetime player.
Oh, it is.
So you didn't. That's my question. Will we see another Bridget Johnson, another Tyra Holt, or Tyra Bus? Tyra Bus. I mean,
Tyra Holt was pretty good.
Tyra Holt was pretty good.
You didn't want to run her in track.
No,
you didn't want to run her in track.
Tyra Bus.
Yeah. So I saw Tyra down here one night at Flora. Got to know her dad well, and her brothers, head coach and JV coach in high school basketball. got to know them and everything. So somebody asked me before the game down here that night she played, how many will she get? And I said 40. I'm not Miss Cleo, the fortune teller, but I said 40. And she got knocked down. Wasn't very big and strong gal. She got knocked down by the stage end, hit her head on the ground that night. And she missed free throws, which is unusual. Missed some free throws. And like I said, I wasn't Miss Cleo. She didn't have a great game, and she ended up with 40. She ended up with 40.
The reason I ask that is because there's a kid that got 40 points the other night. Madison Lovett got 40 points the other night for the North Clay girls.
Oh yeah, okay.
And
wow.
And I was watching. We did the game, and she ends up with 43, and it's just special.
Oh, it is.
When you see somebody scoring like that.
Good anymore.
It really because it's something. It's something that's how lucky and blessed we were to have seen Tyra Buss and to have seen Bridget Johnson.
Right.
Because when you run into somebody who's able to score like that, it just they can put a team on their back and
it's impressive
and carry a night.
So just think of that. NEC teams, Johnson from Olney, all-time leading scorer.
Right.
And then Buss says
state.
Yeah, state, and says, if you don't mind, Tyra says, I'll beat your record. And
yeah.
I remember the way her brother told me was down there playing. I said, so how many points did she end up with? And he put it this way, it's 104 points short of 4,000. That's a bunch. 104 points short of 4,000.
1,000 a year.
Mercy. Yeah. And like you said, and the one thing, all the things that she did, and I watched a couple of the games, they could not beat T-Town girls.
Yeah.
In the regional, not the regional all the time, but the sectional.
Yeah.
And, they had the defensive plan for her, and I saw some of those games, and I'm thinking, how did all those other coaches in 4 years how could they not figure that out?
You have to have better. You have to have
DNA,
better defensive training.
DNA.
That might help too.
Yeah,
that might help too. All right, you skipped over to the boys. You said the boys are young. Boys, they had a nice tournament down in Pinckneyville. Won one out of 4. Right. That is a tough tournament. Well, not at Pinckneyville, but played Pinckneyville.
Oh, Pinckneyville, yeah.
That's a tough tournament.
It is. And like I said, there's no Weasel Creeks over there. It seemed like Pinckneyville's always in our pool, and Oakville's been in our pool quite a bit. Woodlawn's tough every year, and so we played them a couple of times and like that. So Pinckneyville, Bob Wagner, Felling player, and I talked to him about that. And
it was Bobby Wagner back then.
Yeah. And asked him, I think 15 years at Pinckneyville. So they won it the other night. Didn't see the score, but you just tell me. And I heard they won. That's 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And before that, Oakville won 3 in a row. So you talk about a tough tournament. So you go over there, and a couple of years ago, Oakville wins the state.
Right.
Okay, we had to play them.
Yeah.
And Pinckneyville gets 4th in the state. We had to play them. So, you talk about a tough turn. No Weasel Creeks over there. So, so we'd start out, and we had to play Freeburg over by St. Louis. Lost that game. It was pretty close. And then we played Pinckneyville. And like I told you, I told Coach Wagner, I said, you know what? You won't even let our kids get off the bus. They can't even change uniforms. You're meeting them by the stage. You're pressing them.
You press them on the way to the locker
You can't even go take a shower or nothing. You press them. And boy, last year they were really, really good. And we didn't have a very good game. And we started out the year, they beat us 50. That's not a good start. 81.
But that was last year.
81 to 31. And I told him, Bob, pull the dogs off. I said, you beat people like that?
But that was last year.
That's right. So this year we played pretty good, but, it'll wear on you when they press you and 10 players press you. We got about 22 turnovers, and they end up, beating us pretty good. So, no, that's pretty good. So we went over there and we beat Hillsboro the other day. So we got beat by Freeburg, and then Greenville beat us and Pinckneyville beat us, and then we beat Hillsboro the other day.
You like the thought, and I know that Coach Lieb likes the thought of playing outstanding, as good a competition as you can get.
You're right.
Before you get in the conference, don't you?
Yeah, right. And I used to hear those stories coaching 8th grade and everything, and everybody says, you need to play the best competition like this and like that. And if you carry that over to high school and college, well, why don't you play the Globetrotters every night? You'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
You just play the Globetrotters and Evanston High School and East St. Louis. You got to have on that schedule somewhere, and our girls really, really need a victory. You got to have somewhere on there. You got to get some W's.
Got to have a night maybe you can relax a little bit.
Yeah, and they start working on you a little bit. As a coach, you got to get a W once in a while. And, I've heard that. But, overall, the playing tables even, you have a tougher schedule. I think it helps you through the year and maybe in postseason. but you don't want it too tough now. You can make it as tough as you want, but you need some Buzzardvilles in there too, you know.
Buzzardville?
You need Buzzardville and Weasel Creek on their schedule.
I got to tell you, I've been looking for Buzzardville for a long time.
It's hard to find. It's hard to find. I don't know if it's south of Burnt Prairie.
You've been doing this for years now. Do you ever get tired of doing broadcasting? Because whenever you were coaching, you were only coaching your boys. Now you're broadcasting boys and girls, and you're working probably 3 or 4 nights a week.
Baseball, softball.
Yeah.
Oh, and then starting out, well, it just seems like, it goes in trends, goes in trends and stuff like that. So you get ready to start the year, and bang, bang, bang. You got 4 trips to Carlisle, 400 miles. Come back, you got a doubleheader. You got a girls' game that night and like that. It seems like it's all jammed and crammed together. And I told Pat, who I worked with, I said, Pat Garrett, first 2 weeks, 9 games.
Yeah.
Just bang, bang, bang. And then, before you know it, you played 10. That's a third of the season.
Right.
But no, I told the other day, I said, this is my 26th year WNOI.
Is that right?
26.
Holy cow.
Yeah, 26 years.
With Bill first, and then Randy, and then Pat.
Right, yeah. 26 years. And it's like I said, I enjoyed every moment of it. And used to come down to Mule Barn, you and Stan, enjoyed that, And one of the things when we left the NEC and went to the LIC, and you guys like you and Stan, you knew the broadcasters, you knew the coaches, you knew the people, the referees, you knew the people working the table, and then it seemed like we went to the LIC, didn't know that, didn't have that connection, didn't know a lot of the referees. I kind of called it there at the beginning West Terre Haute. Seemed like we were way up in there, Palestine, Hudsonville, and all that stuff.
But as the years have passed, though, you've gotten to know. You have. But no, I enjoy that, every moment of that. Some games are more enjoyable, like you would know. Some games are more enjoyable than others. And that's the thing. Okay, I'll ask the question that you read occasionally, and now granted, in our jobs, we probably are paid actually to root a little bit for a particular team.
Bit, yeah. Might be slanted.
A little bit, occasionally slanted. We are coloring a broadcast in one particular direction when you're on the radio.
Right.
I try not to do it very much in my job because I'm covering so many different schools. I try not to do that. But do you ever have anybody beefing at you that Larry McGrew, he just hates my school?
No, not very, very, very seldom, if ever. We had when Randy and I was doing a game, and it was pretty close to Florida. And anyway, after the game, and the Wolves won by 20 or so, or something like that. And one of the parents came over to where we were sitting in a crow's nest, and one of the parents came over and kind of shouted something up about, somebody's listened to the game, and all you talked about was Florida Wolves are just great, and this and that and whatever. And that kind of stimulated Randy a little bit.
Oh, did it?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. He didn't like that. But we don't hear that very much, and we try to stay, equal part like that.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I'll ask you this then: do officials really ever have it out for a team?
I watch games, and just the other day I was watching one, and then watching an Ohio State football game. I watched Auburn basketball tonight. There's a couple of calls. The referees are standing right there with 10 eyes in football, and you miss that call.
Yeah.
And in basketball, it's right there. You can't see it. I think sometimes there might be a little grudge in there somewhere. There might be a little grudge in there.
You were a former coach. Did you ever feel like a referee was holding a grudge?
Oh, I told some people, some places we went, if they had the right referees, they could beat the Celtics. And I don't know what it is. I think you shouldn't do that as a professional, a referee. But I think sometimes, and I know there was one referee, and never mentioned names, but there was one referee within.
I bet you I could come up with it. Go ahead.
Within 70 miles, and you talk to somebody and say, they go, I don't think he likes us. And you talk to another town, and he goes, that guy there doesn't like us. And I'm thinking, well, does anybody like him, or does he like anybody? Surely he likes somebody.
His mother.
That's right. Somebody.
Oh, Larry, thanks very much for coming in.
Well, hey, appreciate it.
Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you and yours and your listeners.
Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas to all you folks. We do appreciate it. It's 2 weeks away.
Oh, before you know it.
Unbelievable. I got to buy gifts.
My mother used to say, the older you get, quicker time flies.
That's exactly right. That's Larry McGrew. I'm Bruce Dickey. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.